You put your foot down expecting that sweet turbo boost to push you back in your seat, but instead, your engine feels like it is breathing through a straw, and you are suddenly stuck in a frustrating limp mode. If your scanner is showing code P00A2, your engine computer is seeing a low circuit signal from the charge air cooler temperature sensor on bank 2. To understand what is going wrong, you have to look at how your turbocharger actually works. It forces massive amounts of air into your engine to make power, but compressing that air makes it incredibly hot. Hot air is thin, which is terrible for horsepower. That is exactly why your vehicle has a charge air cooler, often called an intercooler, acting like a giant radiator to cool that intake air down, so it becomes dense and packed with oxygen. The temperature sensor sits right there to measure how well the cooler is doing its job. The computer sends a steady 5-volt reference signal to this sensor, and when it sees a voltage drop that is way too low, it usually means there is a dead short somewhere in the wiring on the bank 2 side, which is simply the side of the engine that does not have cylinder number 1. Before you throw money at a new sensor, do some simple detective work. Check the plastic wiring connector at the front of the vehicle for green corrosion or broken wires, because it takes a beating from road weather. You can easily test the circuit by unplugging the sensor. If your scan tool suddenly reads a super low temperature and then jumps to a super high temperature when you safely jump the 2 pins together with a small wire, you know your wiring harness and computer are perfectly fine. That means the sensor itself has shorted out internally. If you want to be extra thorough, grab a multimeter and measure the resistance of the sensor pins while the engine warms up. The resistance should drop perfectly smoothly. If it gets stuck or jumps around wildly, you have found your culprit and can confidently swap in a new sensor. If you're driving a modern diesel rig, do not ignore this code for long, because the engine computer will actually block your diesel particulate filter from running its normal regeneration cycle, which can quickly lead to a massively clogged exhaust and a completely disabled truck. Always check your intercooler piping for big splits or loose clamps too, because a giant boost leak can sometimes confuse the system. Taking the time to test those 5-volt power and ground wires with your meter will save you from a major headache later.